Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's extremely early, Saturday morning. Getting up for work at the good old meat shop. Um, Woke up to the news of the untimely passing of Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins. Um, Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan. I think they're the shit. They're a great rock band. They're a great outfit, and I love their attitude. And one of the major components of that cool ass outfit was Taylor Hawkins. Dave Grohl was obviously the front man and gets a lot of the limelight, but Taylor cannot be diminished for his zest for life, his zeal for music, and his unbelievable freaking prowess on the drums. Um, Totally cool dude, and a complete shock to me that he's gone. I'm not going to get into the particulars. I've already been checking out the feeds and stuff like that, and there's already rumors that it had something to do with narcotics or something like that. That's what the Bogota police are saying. They were on tour. Um, I don't know. I don't care. I make no judgments. I mean, it's just horrible for his wife and kids and his bandmates and all that kind of stuff. I can only imagine what they're going through. I put a post up on Facebook and Instagram, just something quick and a picture of Taylor, but I kind of wanted to articulate my feelings a little bit more about the situation. Yeah, way too young, man. 50 is, I mean, I remember when I was in my teens and 20s, 50 was, 1 foot in the grave. Well, I'm 45 this year, so that's not too far off. So, um, when somebody in your age group passes on, it makes you pause and reflect, especially when it's somebody as seminal and influential as Taylor Hawkins was to me. I dabble with the drums, but I'm not a drummer. Primarily a lead guitarist and bass player and producer and all that fun jazz. But I mean, dude, the guy just oozed rock and roll, man. He could sing his ass off too, and I mean, I even liked him back in the day when he was with Alanis Morissette. Um, I loved her Jagged Little Pill album back in the day, and I always go back and watch some of the old footage of hers on the YouTubes and whatnot. And Taylor was a force, man. Before he joined the Foo Fighters. I mean, what is there to say? Um, I take pause when anybody passes away, especially if they were, influential to me. But especially when it comes to musicians, because I'm a musician, and the Foo Fighters music has been there for me through some really, really heavy times. Their album 2011's Wasted Light is one of those albums. I mean, I the disillusionment of one of my relationships was to that album, and it's hard to listen to, but still, I mean, I listen to it anyway because it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful record. And I love that band's ethos. They push positivity, and it's all about the rock and roll. It's about love. It's not about anger, vengeance, or all that kind of shit. I even like the tongue-in-cheek stuff they're doing with the was it Dream Widow, their little metal album that Dave Grohl put out to coincide with the horror flick that he put out, and I just think that's fun. I mean, it might be crap. I don't know. I didn't see it, but it doesn't matter. They're being creative, and sometimes creativity leads to some duds, But hey, man, you got to get out there and try. But one of my favorite memories of Taylor was in the documentary on HBO that Dave did. It was in, I guess, like the 12-part series with the albums where they recorded it in different cities all over the country. He got to sit with Joe Walsh. And, Taylor, is the fucking drummer for, one of the biggest rock outfits in history. And he's like a little kid, man, like jumping up and down on the couch because he can't believe it. He's hanging and listening to Joe Walsh fucking play guitar. And I was like, I like celebrities or not celebrities, musicians, people that have made their way in the world, and they still turn into fanboys or fangirls, if you will, um, when they're in the presence of, the greats, and that showed to me that he has a great humility and kindness. And Dave always has locals jump up on stage to play with them or whatever. And when it's like, what was it, Nandy Bushhill or Bushnell, I guess is her name, Bushhill, I forget. I'm sorry, I apologize if somebody sees this and it's like, no, her name is this. But you know what I'm saying? Like she's a young drum prodigy, and did Foo Fighters are her favorite band, and Dave had her out on one of their on one of the tour legs from I guess this tour, the last tour, whatever, and they were all gracious to her, including Taylor, and he just seemed like a stand-up dude, and it's I don't know, a quieter place, if you will, that he's going. He was a monster drummer. I love watching him play, and he had such a zeal and such a zest for the instrument, for the music that he was playing, for his fans, his bandmates, and I'm obviously assuming his wife and children, who they have my utmost sympathies and condolences. But yeah, I just needed to take a minute and let you guys all know how I felt about this situation. I mean, there's a lot of heavy shit going on in this world right now. And some people are like, well, hey man, people die, man. He's just, just a rock guy. Well, yeah, if anybody knows me, knows how important rock music, music in general is to me, and it's my life's blood, my pulse, my beat, and without it, I'm lost. So I don't know, that big box of goodies that I was always able to dip in and to escape from the stresses of my life. Taylor contributed to putting a smile on my face every time I saw the dude, whether it was in an interview, when he was behind the kit or whatever. I smiled because he just exuded that kind of coolness. And of all the musicians in the world that I would have loved to met, it would have been Taylor, because I'm sure I could have had a hell of a conversation, and me and him could have gone back into, rock legends and our heroes and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. He just seemed very relatable, and I'm very, very, very sorry that he's gone. So, peace to you, good sir. God bless you, and may your soul rest in peace. And hit it hard on the other side, brother.